Welcome to the Altitude Sports Game Break. It's the Avs and the Stars in just a minute. Kyle Keefe in the Altitude studios. And, you know, the Stars are without three of their big studs tonight, including Tyler Seguin, who's third in the league right now in scoring. Does this change anything for Tyson Barrie? Earlier, Mike Haynes chatted with him.
Thank you so much, Carl. Well, Tyson, certainly the subject that's been talked about lately is getting more offense for the Avalanche. Hey, you're having a great season, but is there anything you could do differently or try to do differently tonight to help the offense?
Yeah, I think I got to keep jumping in the play and, contributing when I can. But a big part of the offense has got to be the power play. And, it's been struggling, and that can win us games, so it's got to get going here tonight.
Tell me about the Dallas Stars. You've already played them 3 times this season. What have you learned that could help you tonight?
Yeah, they got a good team. They got a lot of skill. I know they're missing some guys, but they still got some high-end talent over there. So they play a fast-paced game, so it should be a fun one.
All right, good luck tonight. Have a good game.
Thanks.
All right, back to you now, Kyle.
All right, thanks, Mike. Get that first goal tonight at Pepsi Center. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching this Avalanche Game Break. It's Avalanche and the Stars next from Pepsi Center. Enjoy the game.
Saturday night, Valentine's Day, and the Avs and the Dallas Stars meet for the 4th time this season. Let's take a look at the Ford starting lineup. For the Avalanche, no surprise, but for the Dallas Stars, Peter, they just picked up Enroth in a deal.
Yeah, Enroth, very interesting. You're right, Semyon Varlamov. He'll be in the nets for the Colorado Avalanche all the way down, Mike, as far as they can go. And for Enroth, though, it's interesting. It's his first game for the Dallas Stars, but it is nowhere near his first game for the head coach of the Dallas Stars, Lindy Ruff. So you know this was a trade that he liked, because Enroth played for Buffalo when Lindy Ruff was there. And now he comes over in a trade, and I think this is the kind of trade that really is going to help the Dallas Stars. It gives them great depth in goal. Enroth, not a big guy, not like the prototypical, 6'4". He's 5'10", 165, 170 pounds, but he is quick.
Peter, I listened to an interview that he had on the radio, and he said, Lindy Ruff knows how to deal with him because, remember, he was the backup for years with Ryan Miller, so he knows that Letton's going to get the majority of the games. He's going to have to really get in there occasionally and play. When he does, he's got to come up with some big wins for Lindy Ruff.
And Lindy Ruff, he earlier this year became the 12th coach, Mike, to win 600 games in the National Hockey League. Avalanche fans may not know a lot about him. The majority of his career was in with the Buffalo Sabres, second year here in Dallas.
Here we go, underway again in our first period. Just starting things, and the puck travels down into the corner. Dallas has got it. They played last night. We've got a whistle. First penalty of the game, and it comes just 23 seconds in. And Peter, they played last night, won the game against Florida, but boy, they suffered some serious injuries.
And Mike, and it was late in the game, the last 5-6 minutes of the game. Seguin goes down, Mike, what I thought was just a real dirty hit, and the league will have to deal with it. And easy. Mike, again, I know players are trying to shoot that puck, but that was 2 feet high, 2 feet wide, and hit him right in the head. It's tough.
Avalanche penalty.
So it's a power play opportunity. Shot saved with the glove made by Varlamov. Alex Tanguay in the penalty box. A hooking penalty coming early in the first period, just 23 seconds in. There is Alex Tanguay. Doesn't take a lot of penalties, but he took one early in this game.
Yeah, with his new line. We'll show you the lines in a minute. And the Avalanche shuffled things up. Everything except the O'Reilly line with Landeskog and McKinnon.
So Dallas on the power play. 1 for 12 this season against the Avalanche in the previous 3 games. Overall, on the road, they've been good on the power play. They're 3rd best in the NHL. But, of course, they are missing their best power play scorer in Tyler Seguin, out with that injury that we just showed you. Puck sent around by John Klingberg. What a year he has had. He leads all rookie defensemen with 10 goals. He's number 3 for the Dallas Stars. He's only played now in his 42nd game. And he already, with more games played, Peter, than the 3 players the Dallas Stars just called up.
Oh, yeah, and the thing about it, Mike, which is really interesting, is he's got 29 points. He's played 41 games. You just double that. That's a 58-point season for a rookie defenseman in the National Hockey League.
He has the puck. Pass out towards center, and Vern Fiddler shoots it around the boards. Just shy of the shelf, drops in the corner. Horkoff kicking at it for Dallas. Comes behind the net. Horkoff
again with a puck. It comes free. Talbot takes it away. And he'll skate to center ice. Max Talbot pushes the puck ahead. Peter, I've really enjoyed watching his energy in the last few games, especially killing penalties.
Hasn't been interesting to watch Iginla's play pickup, Talbot's play pickup as the games get bigger and bigger.
That's the reason they have went out and got those guys. Been in big games before. Know how to play when the games get tight. And trying to kill a penalty. Tanguay in the box. Just dozen more seconds left in that penalty. He's standing up. As the puck brought over the line, Goligoski puts the brakes on, makes the handoff, shot, and that one goes wide of the net. Scooped along the near side by Cole, lost it, and it's cleared out. That's it. The Avs killed the penalty. So that good start for Colorado, taking that penalty, allowed just one shot for the Dallas Stars while they were on the power play. Backhanded head by Brett Ritchie. He's one of those recent call-ups for the Dallas Stars. Boy, he's a big guy. As we look at the rest of the forward lineup for the Avalanche, you see a little bit of tinkering with the line combination for the Avs, which also includes, and you can see right there, number 28, Paul Carey. Second time he's been called up this season to play for the Avalanche. Oh, we got something going across the way. With the gloves down, Curtis McKenzie and Cody McLeod. Here we go. McKenzie, McLeod have dropped the gloves. A quick right-hand uppercut by McLeod. They close in on each other and start to separate. Nice couple left jabs by McLeod. Then a big right hand. Knocked the helmet off and knocked him down. Oh, he's shaking his hand, but he sure did deliver with that big right hand. And a couple of left jabs, Peter, and then he came back with that right hand and hit him so hard his helmet came off.
Yeah, well, for Cody McLeod, you know, as I was walking down here to go between the benches, he walked in, and I was talking to him for just a second, and he was saying, "You got to go 20-7, right? We got to go 20-7 to get in the playoffs, 95 points." And he could just see that, you know, the number is in the players' minds. They know what they have to do, and everybody has to do exactly what Cody McLeod did right there. And I'm not saying fight. I'm saying play your game. Okay, well, other guy, McKenzie wants to go, bang, you betcha I'm going. And Cody McLeod, you know, like it or not, it's a way to energize the whole group.
And a great crowd here tonight on a Saturday night on Valentine's Day. And Avs kill a penalty. McLeod wins a fight. Trying to get some noise going, get the crowd into it, get some excitement in the building. Now the Avalanche will try to go to work on the offense. Again, and Paul Carey, number 28, for the Avs. Good speed. Sent it across, and it skipped over Nick Holden, who had pinched in from the point. Nick Holden getting involved. Puck comes straight, backhanded up the boards. Holden doing his best to try to keep it in, but it slithers out to center ice, and the puck ends up in the Avalanche zone. Stewart backing up, finds Nick Holden right up the middle, and a tip sends the puck in. Coming back for it, Jordy Ben. Bounce pass out to center ice. Stepping up, McKinnon broke up the play, taken back, and backhanded ahead by Travis Morin. Another one of those young call-ups for the Dallas Stars because of their injuries. Carried in by McKinney, shoots and missed on the short side, but he was flying down the wing. Pass by Hayden, got through. Redmond shoots, sticked aside by Enroth, and the puck behind the net. Here's one thing that Enroth certainly saw when he's playing for the Buffalo Sabres this year, with a lot of shots. He's used to a lot of pucks coming at him.
Like, just a wonderful defensive play by Nathan McKinnon. It could have been a really dangerous play.
Goligoski, Horkoff shot, misses the net. Klingberg shoots, hits in front of the net, scooped up by Sean Horkoff. It's to Spezza. Pass, top of the circle, shot, but O'Reilly came out to deflect it away. Up by the boards, and Klingberg, they took that one off the head. And Klingberg is headed to the Dallas bench.
It was an interesting play in the Avalanche crease. Redmond and Semyon Varlamov, I mean, they got tangled up so much that the stick flipped Semyon Varlamov right over.
Pass across, running down the wing. Jaka, sent around the boards, carried back out to center by the Avs. Talbot coming in, coming wide, sent it across, and Roth got a stick on it.
Back to the blue line. McKinnon shoots and misses. Up the wall, and Barry keeps it alive. Shot by Talbot on the one-timer, goes high. Daly behind the net. Boy, the Avs are coming full blast here in this first period. Really pushing the play. Defensemen getting involved.
Mike, they know that they haven't been as good in the first periods in the last 5 games as you want to be, as you need to be. And I think, you know, we've seen these games before, Mike, where the Colorado Avalanche have played clubs that played the night before. You know where you start, Mike? You start with the defense. But interesting play. Watch McKinnon come back. Watch him bust his tail. It will be on the left side, the player that he will eventually find and get the stick back and stop that pass from going across. He was walking right into it, but watch Semyon Varlamov get tied up and he just flips him right over.
That's a play. That's actually a move that goaltenders practice. You get back down your back and how you flip back over.
You're kidding.
No, that's a thing you do. And he did it well. He did. I mean, it looked like he'd done it before, didn't he?
Oh, exactly. Speaking as a goaltender's father, you know. I thought they just got tied up. I didn't realize there was an art form to it.
That's right. Mitchell taking the draw. Wins it back towards the point. Got around by Stewart. Slowed up by the Stars. And the chip down to center ice. Scooped and brought in by Jamie Benn. The captain for the Stars. Hit by Everberg. Puts the puck behind the net. And it's cleared out by the Avalanche. Racing back for it, Jordy Benn. 13:40 left to go, first period. No score in the game. Each team with a couple of shots on net. Enroth will bring the puck underneath them and cover it for a face-off. Back with more first period play on Valentine's Day. No score in our game.
We're back at the Pepsi Center, scoreless between the Avs and the Stars. And Patrick, you got to like what you see out of the team in the first period. They really seem to want to set the tone.
No, you know what? We had a few shots on net. That's what we want. We want to make sure that we back check hard. I was very proud of our guys, the way we're tracking. Mitchell did a great play. McKinnon did a really good job on the tracking. Could have given them like odd man rush. Good job by our guys.
Thanks, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Okay, it's back up to you.
All right, thank you very much, Julie. Face off back in the Dallas zone. Each team with a couple of shots. Avs have killed a penalty. We've had a fight. You know, the Avalanche have the puck. Landeskog. When it sent it across, it got tipped. Kicked by Redmond. Towards the corner, Landeskog gives to O'Reilly. Back to the corner. Landeskog had it hop over his stick, but McKinnon's on it. Centered in front. And O'Reilly right there on the far post. Sivior puts the pass across, broken up at the Avalanche blue line. Puck slides back to the Colorado end, and it's Leipzig against the Dallas Stars.
Well, the Colorado Avalanche, 3 of the 4 lines they've tinkered with. I think the biggest thing you talk about as far as, you know, the tinkering is that Tanguay and Ginla have been broken out to just sort of balance things out. But the one line, as we mentioned, that stayed together because they played so well last game was O'Reilly in the middle, Landeskog on the left, and McKinnon on the right. They had some
big drive by Ginla off the face-off, and it's stopped by Jonas Enroth.
Like, you know, it's absolutely fascinating. We're told at the start of the year, Jarome Iginla will get 30 goals. Well, he had 2 in the first 20, and he scored in 1 game. It was 1 game against Vancouver. He got 2 of those goals. And then all of a sudden, the last 35 games, he has had 15 goals. And Mike, if he keeps that pace up, as he has had the last 35 games, in the next 27, guess how many goals he gets?
I would say 29.
29.
Loose puck in front of the net, and it goes wide towards the corner. Tip to center ice. Again, and got the puck. Finds Talbot. Ooh, he got rocked. Brett Ritchie, he's a big guy.
Like, he was standing here getting his skate worked on right beside me. He's one of those guys that's like, he's thick wide. He's 6'5". He's about 225. He was up a little bit. He scored against a goal against the Avalanche earlier. But you know this kid is going to eventually be with the Dallas Stars. Watch him come across. Good, hard hockey play. Talbot dumped the puck in. He had released it. He gets it hit. And, you know, Mike, again, the thing you like about it is about a guy like Talbot, like if you get hit like that, he doesn't stand up and slash a guy. You know, he just, you know, he takes it, and that's just part of the game. And I think more than anything now, when you watch, I watched the Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. I watched the LA Kings win the Stanley Cup. It's that old-fashioned, Mike, emotion for sake of emotion, where you slash a guy and you get into a, those things are over now. They don't have enough energy to go 4 series deep and play that. You know, use your energy in the wrong way. And Talbot's one of those guys. He's been to the finals twice, won it once. He knows what you have to do.
Peter, there's a lot going on at the Avalanche bench with the referee, and now as they lined up for the face-off, now they're pushing the face-off out in the neutral zone. There were players coming and going. The referees were talking with the Avalanche coaches for a while, and now they're changing where the face-off is.
You expect me to figure that out, Mike?
Yes, I did. That's why I asked you. Get the best seat in the house, or the best place to stand. Out at center ice, they do drop the puck. We're underway again. Stars have it in the Av zone. Dropped in the corner. Pass back to the point. Shot. Glove save made by Varlamov. Well, why don't we take a look at tonight's winning combo, presented by Blackjack Pizza.
Well, the Dallas lineup. Their first line center, first line right wing. Their second line right wing and their third line left wing are all out of the lineup for different reasons. And for the Avalanche, the new lines that Patrick Roy has put together, how will they mesh? How will the chemistry be? How will they look at the end of the game?
Stars win the draw. Down the slot. Shot gets tipped high off the glass. McKinnon gets to the puck for the Avalanche. Pushes it up ice. Landeskog takes a hold of it for Colorado. Cuts through the middle. Rims it around. Cut off by Ben. Behind the net. Goes to the corner. Up the boards. Cole able to tip the puck to center. Redmond being chased by Sevior. Sends the puck ahead. Landeskog's got it. Pass into the corner for O'Reilly. Back to the point for Hayden. Kept in by the Avalanche. Landeskog did a nice job up at the blue line. They try and keep that puck in, and then McKinnon shot it wide of the net. Taken right back in by Barry. Dropped it off for McKinnon. Tangles up along the boards. Talbot keeps it alive. Gives the puck to McKinnon. Got it in the corner. Danson trying to get a little room. He shoots off the side of the Dallas net. And Jordy Ben takes the puck. Pass cross ice for Daly. 360s out in the center. And backhands it into the Avalanche end.
Mike, something to keep an eye out for. Twice now. The minute the Dallas Stars have gotten the puck, the offside winger has headed right up the middle of the ice, stretched everything, and was at the far blue line by the time the man turned and looked up ice, looking for that quick, long pass.
Yeah, I saw Ryan Garbett was just waiting up there, hoping they'd get that long pass, right?
They had control, and they all of a sudden just sprinted out of the zone.
Duchesne sprints into the Dallas zone. Centered across, and the goaltender Enroth got a stick on the pass. Lifted in by Horkoff. Brett Richards alive with Holden. Horkoff ends up with the puck. Smacked up the wing. Klingberg shoots it back towards the corner. Rolls behind the net. Stewart flipped it to the corner. Goligoski pitches in, makes a nice pass to Fiddler. He shoots through some traffic, but Varlamov in the right spot to make the save, and he does. No score in the first period in Denver.
Mike, very interesting little situation. McLeod's coming out of the penalty box. He comes over towards the box of the Colorado Avalanche. And there's Jarome Iginla. You know, and it's one thing, Mike, to talk to the guys and get a pat in the back from certain guys. But a guy like Jarome Iginla, when they, you know, these two guys have been in 150 fights between the two of them. And, Mike, they did have one fight against each other. Obviously, when Iginla was with Calgary and McLeod earlier in his career. But, you know, they understand what 5 minutes meant over there, what he was trying to do when he got it started. Certainly different types of players, but you can see the smile and the respect between the two of them.
Face off in the Colorado zone. Horkoff gets the puck, rolls it back behind the net. Slammed around, cut off by Goligoski. Stripped to the puck by Tanguay. Goligoski came back to get it, lost it again to Tanguay. Right at the blue line, Colorado called offside.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Dallas has kept themselves alive in this Western Conference. They're sitting 3 points out of a playoff spot by scoring goals. I mean, this is since Christmas, so this is a pretty good look at this Dallas Star team. And, you know, in a league that, you know, Mike, if you get to 3, you're having a heck of a year. To get to 3.5, over 3.5 goals a game, but now you've lost Seguin. Now, he wasn't necessarily red hot for the Dallas Stars, but still, just a great season he was having.
Ball carry for the Avalanche. Seguin for the puck behind the net. Taken away by the Stars. Lawrence pass behind. Klingberg heads up ice. Bounce pass ahead. Doesn't connect. Dallas called for icing.
Oh, for the Dallas Stars, last game for the Colorado Avalanche, it was Ryan O'Reilly, number 400. Tonight's captain, Jamie Benn of the Dallas Stars, who plays game number 400, 135 goals, 322 assists. You look at the hits. I mean, this is as complete a player right now. When you throw age, 24, you throw talent into it. I mean, he is what every team would love to have, that absolute prototypical power forward in the game today.
Here's another example of that long pass that we saw Curtis McKenzie flying up the ice. That didn't connect, but you can see the strategy, though.
You see the strategy. There's a couple things that happen on this particular play. One, your defenseman has to back up. And if you get a situation for the Avalanche, if they're trying to pinch in, trying to be aggressive, maybe you catch them one time with that long pass. And 2, you better be good on the faceoffs because you're going to be having a few of them.
Because if you don't make it right, the icing call.
Yes.
Right off the glass by Tyson Barrie. Puck lands in the Dallas zone. Bounce to center. Man's got it back. Landeskog. Puck in. 8:50 to go in the period. Not a ton of shots for either team in this period. 4 for the Avs and only 3 for Dallas.
You kind of expected from Dallas, having played last night, you lose 3 key players. You're missing a 4th because of a suspension.
Shot score! Nathan McKinnon seemed to hit something on the way in. And redirected by Enroth, and the Avalanche have scored the first goal of the game and lead it 1-0. We'll have to see the replay and see where this deflected.
Mike, I can tell you right now, it was Gabe Landeskog. That little tradition the Avalanche have of patent gloves. The first guy that scored the goal, Mike, he comes through first. So I was kind of waiting here, and I said, okay, let's see who it is. And it's Gabe Landeskog who sets a stick on it and just chips it in behind. So this line has stayed together, produces the first goal for the Avalanche.
Nonetheless, it's a 1-0 lead for the Avalanche. So they get that first goal of the game. All right, let's give you the Jeep scoring summary. As it stands right now, Peter, they're giving it to Nathan McKinnon. I'm sure it'll be reviewed. But right now it's McKinnon, O'Reilly, and Holden. And it's 1-0 for Colorado.
I think if we have another look at that angle from behind, that certainly hits something on the way through.
And maybe Ben. Backhand try by Duchesne. Landeskog didn't tip it. Certainly was the defenseman in front of the net, Jordy Ben. It had to go off his body. 1-0 Avalanche. Well, that was a little problem there in that line change. Did you see that, Peter, or were you looking down the ice? Or Max Talbot, the line is trying to get off the ice.
Well, the Avalanche had a very important bad line change last game.
Shot by Klingberg, missed the net. Batted across to the corner. Klingberg. Centering try right into the top of the crease. Kept in by Klingberg. Makes a nice pass. Goligoski waits. A little help. And the shot by Ritchie gets tipped wide of the net. He's tripped up in the corner. Everberg for the Avalanche. Hand off to Barrie. Slides it across in front of the net for Nate Dennett. Pass out to center. Alex Tanguay. His pass gets through. Enroth. Scoop it behind the net. Lead pass to center. Brought down the slot by the Stars and then taken away. Tipped out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Stars have got it. Pass down the slot. And another nice job once again. How about the defensive work there? Coming back and helping out. Marc-Andre Cliche.
And McKinnon earlier, Cliche there. That's just hard work. You know, that's just finding the right guy the puck might be moved to and staying with him.
Bounce for O'Reilly. Shoots it in wide of the net. Landeskog hustling. Playing around to the near side wing. Garvin didn't get it out of the zone. Comes off the chest of Landeskog. Slides it behind the net. Snared there by O'Reilly. Shot saved made by Enroth. All of a sudden a surprise shot. But Enroth alertly able to make the save.
Well, for the Avalanche, big goal. First period goal. Gets them started in this very important hockey game.
Time for Did You Know? Brought to you by Stevenson Automotive. And here's the question of the night. Who was the last backup goaltender to start and win a game for the Dallas Stars? Was it C1 Dan Ellis, C2 Anders Lindback, or C3 Tim Thomas? Text 53548 for a chance to win an Avalanche prize pack.
Yeah, you have to have that depth at the goaltending position. Enroth, it supplies that perfectly for these Dallas Stars, Mike. And one of the things about him, he was an unrestricted free agent at the end of this year, and Buffalo has promised that no unrestricted free agent wasn't going to bring them something on the trade market.
Steal made by McKinnon. Powers his way in. Puts the brakes on. Pulls up. Pass behind him for Redmond. In the slot. Big time drive by Hayda goes wide of the net. Hayda scored his first goal of the season against the Rangers on Thursday. Here's another chance for O'Reilly. Save by Enroth. Boy, the Avs are coming on strong now in this first period. They got some momentum from that goal.
And from this line has been very good. Again, having a look at it, if you kind of listen, now watch me, McKinnon. He's going to throw it on line, on the net part. I mean, here comes Landeskog. You see him just get his tip of his blade on it right there and in behind. So it would be Landeskog's goal. Listen.
You can hear it.
Yep.
So after review, I'm sure we'll see Landeskog get credit for that goal. That'll be a dozen this season for Landeskog in 2 games in a row.
Well, 2 games in a row, he's gotten the first goal for the Colorado Avalanche. And the game was going nowhere for the Avalanche last game. And Gabe Landeskog went out, and how exciting was that shift? It was about 1 minute and 15 seconds where the Avalanche had the puck against the Rangers in the zone and just play after play until finally it bounced in off Landeskog. They reviewed it, but the building was just buzzing with that goal.
Shot save by Varlamov. Brett Ritchie right off the face-off of the Rocket.
You know, for goaltenders, these were interesting saves because you're locked in one position, facing right at the guy that the 2 center icemen, and you have to know exactly how far to move and see where that guy is. If the face-off is won cleanly, where is that puck going to come from?
Scramble for the puck after the face-off. It's the Avalanche who end up with it. Everberg makes the pass. Barry dumps it to the corner. Klingberg falls down, but the Dallas Stars still have possession. Pass to Ritchie at center through the middle circle. Dumped towards the net by Horkoff, and Varlamov will cover for a face-off with just 4:47 to go in the period.
The Dallas Stars last night against, played a very solid game last night. It was an interesting sort of game for Lindy Ruff's club because, they've been playing so many high-scoring games. And, it was a 2-0 game. Florida had a lot of shots. Florida, a desperate hockey club, but Lettinen was outstanding in that game.
Yet another shutout for him. He's the backup tonight. Enroth gets the call. And the Avalanche have scored 1 goal on him. And lead this one to 1-0 with 4.5 minutes to go in the period. Puck given to Holden. Down low with a pass for McLeod, and it rolled away from him. Enroth steers the puck to the corner. Goes out between the circles. Garbutt chipped it ahead. backhand try. Good effort there. Stewart trying to slow down Sevior, but couldn't do it. Or rather, excuse me, that was Cody Eakin on an opportunity for Dallas. And the puck was played with a high stick, so we'll have a face-off.
Another one of those plays where the Dallas Stars are trying to get everybody out of that zone, because again, when the Avalanche are at their best, they are pinching down. And for Lindy Ruff and this hockey club, he knows that Patrick Waugh is going to be, they want this game, both clubs, but the Avalanche absolutely have to have it when you're looking at the Western Conference.
Trevor Daley with the puck for Dallas. Pass out to center ice. Banged in from center by Travis Moen. And the puck has gone out of play. Speaking of the West, Peter, let's analyze the Western Conference standings as they currently stand.
And, it's one of those things where Minnesota went 7-2 and they're winning. Winnipeg is tied right now. And, the problem for the Avalanche, it's one thing to lose 4 games. That's, at this time of year, they've lost 4 games in regulation, and that's deadly. But it's also over 10 calendar days. So there's 10 days worth of games where teams in the West were winning. And it's not an iceberg that moves along. It doesn't go slowly. Those teams, they get going. There's, like, for example, Minnesota was behind the Avalanche by a fair number, and then all of a sudden they're sitting ahead of them.
Looks like Peter, Winnipeg and Detroit are headed to overtime. So Winnipeg is going to get another point tonight. Keep you up to date on the Minnesota game. That's a big one. The Avs continue to do their scoreboard watching. Klingberg has the puck. Take it to the red line, shoots it to the corner, comes hard off the boards. Avs got it back. O'Reilly off the glass and out. Dallas back in their own zone. Pass across. Broken up, and Spezza coming back for the puck. Slides it to Goligoski. Spezza sneaks around Landeskog, shoots the puck into the corner. Mitchell backhands the puck to center, settled down in the middle circle by Klingberg. Slides it across. By the way, Peter, just to let you know, at the end of 2 periods, Minnesota leading Carolina 4-3. From the point, shot went off the heel of the stick and back to the defenseman. Jason Demers, shot from the point, blocked in front. There to center by Mitchell. Barry coming wide with the puck for the Avalanche, centered out in front. Again, it jumps up into the play. Pass into the middle, broken up. Stars to center, it's Fiddler, but he's by himself. Drills it wide of Varlamov, who hooks it behind the net. Pass across. Barry's pass to center, and it's tipped in. Long pass. Ritchie tips it deep into the Avalanche end. 1:35 remaining in the period. McLeod. And out to center, Jan Hejda leading the rush for the Avalanche. Boy, the defense all getting involved tonight. Around the boards to Redmond, waiting at the blue line. Shoots wide to the net. Batted behind the cage by Enroth. And Eakin makes a pass, but throws it behind his teammate, Brett Ritchie.
And the guy that has to be aware is that last forward coming back. The defensemen are going to do what the Avalanche defensemen are doing.
Here's a chance. Glove saved by Enroth. Boy, does he put a lot of steam behind those shots. Cole coming in last minute of the period. Whoa, boy. Eric Cole, and now he can fire the biscuit. And he came in, but that deflects wide.
Well, Cody McLeod caught a stick up high. And I'm not going to interview him right now, I guarantee you. Dallas coming down. Cole, who's been red hot for the Dallas Stars of late.
Yeah, right now he's on a 3-game point streak.
Yeah, and he's had 9 the last 16 games, 15, and he has been like, these are the kind of runs you need from your experienced guys. Cody McLeod, not one bit pleased with the high stick that he had.
Backhand drive, Varlamov makes the save. And we'll have another face-off.
There's Klingberg, and you know, just talking to the Dallas people, it was Klingberg's shot that hit Eaves last night. And for a young rookie kid, it's for anyone, but it's an awful feeling, Mike, because your teammate, you're just new in the league, and you pop one off the side of a guy's head. And Eaves was hurting, Mike. And you know, it's one of those things with concussions. You have no idea how long the guy's going to be out. And they were saying that, you know, they're going to be watching him tonight to see if that affected him at all in tonight's game.
Did it change? Are you more reluctant to shoot?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's get to the puck. Landeskog and McKinnon flying up the wing, but it was deflected away. Last 25 seconds of the first period. 1-0 Avalanche. Benn pass. Back towards the point. Down low. Klingberg high in the slot. Shot by Spezza. Missed. Klingberg's behind the net. 6 seconds to go in the period. Bounce back to him. Klingberg still with the puck. Sends it far side, and it's mishandled momentarily by Benn, but enough to end the period. All right, now they're giving credit to Nathan McKinnon for the goal, but perhaps we'll see that change to Landeskog. Nonetheless, Peter, good first period for Colorado.
Good first period. They had good pressure on the offensive zone, but I think that was actually a better defensive period for the Colorado Avalanche than offensive. The way they came back, the way they got the puck out of the zone, the way the defenseman jumped up, only 6 shots on goal against. That's a good period.
Outshot the Stars 10-6. Outscored them 1-0. And they've got the lead going into the second period here in Denver. Now stay tuned after the break for the Toyota Intermission Report. Avalanche get a goal in the first period. They lead it 1-0. And Peter, overall, that was a real complete first period, all areas of the game for the Avs.
Well, the Avalanche came out with good energy, but energy doesn't mean, Mike, you're going to play well, but they did play well in all 3 zones. They were driving towards the net. You see as the puck goes up front, there's Talbot, there's Iginla. They were good on faceoff. Good scoring chance right there for Iginla again. And then nice pass across. Iginla walks in. Iginla very big in that first period. Then you got a little bit of a fight. Not a little bit, a big fight for these guys, you know, to get the energy going for the Avalanche. And defensively, watch McKinnon come back and just stake that puck away from the Dallas player. And then the goal. It's staying with Nathan McKinnon, and maybe it just bounced off Jamie Benn, but for the Avalanche, all parts of the game outstanding in that first period. Anytime Varley only sees 6 shots on goal, Mike, that's a good period. You've worked hard, you've done a lot of things well, and it doesn't just start in the defensive zone. It starts in the offensive zone by picking the right people up. It starts by being where you should be all over the ice, and the Avalanche did a nice job in the first period.
See if they can keep it going here into the second period. As we win the opening face-off to the second. Offside, Dallas.
There he is, Jason Spezza. You know, of course, a long time with the Ottawa Senators, Mike. And it's always amazing, these guys that have been around since they're in the hockey world since they're 16, 17. And he was a phenom in junior. He's still just 31. And we've been talking about him for a decade and a half. And he's still a young guy in hockey terms.
This season, 11 goals, 43 points for Spezza, and he's currently on a 4-game point streak.
And when you're looking at Spezza, Mike, again, it's what Seguin has become the #1 guy for the Dallas Stars, and Spezza has moved nicely into that #2 center. Sometimes he plays on that line if they need a little offensive push. But Mike, the idea of him moving up to the #1 center, he's done it his whole life. We talked about it in the pregame show. He has done this. He's been a #1 center. He's faced the kind of checking that he is facing now for his whole career. So nothing's going to have to change for him.
Adds up 1-0, early part of the second period. Colorado with the puck again. Shovel pass to center ice for Talbot. Gains the line. Shoots the puck around the boards. Daly being chased by Duchesne. Pushes it up the boards. Talbot had it for a moment. Back from center by Gennon. Back into the Stars' end. We're a minute into the second period. Long pass ahead for Eakin. Redmond keeps him on the outside. pass across into the face-off circle, chipped out to center, and Klingberg will chase the puck down. Sends it across. Pass through the middle. Goligoski down into the zone. Shot by Fiddler, misses wide. And Klingberg will chase the puck back to the Dallas zone.
Mike, it's always interesting as we shift periods and all of a sudden the defensemen are down by me at this end. It's interesting to watch the defensive changes. There's 3 sets of defensemen, so there's 4 sitting on the bench, 2 on the ice. And their shifts are a little longer. And a lot of times, Mike, they're not quite as tiring as the forward shifts, because the forwards are, buzzing here and there. Defensemen, sometimes the shifts are much more controlled. You get the puck, you get it once or twice, and then you get it out of the zone, and then you change.
Are you saying it has anything to do with where the attack zone is during the second period?
No, I'm just saying because I'm feeling them come off the ice here.
Gotcha.
I'm they're right in front of me, and so it's just interesting to watch how forwards change and how defensemen change inside of a game.
Peter, for fans who don't know, who's making the changes for the defense?
Oh, yeah,
you doing it with the coach?
No,
okay.
Absolutely. Bear makes the changes for the Colorado Avalanche. He's in control of the defense, and he is that guy that Patrick Roy trusts. If Patrick Roy wants something special, he'll talk to him, and then he's the head coach in the final decision.
Shot by Jamie Benn, caught by Varlamov for a face-off. Luxury has an address. Cody Lexus invites you to see the full line of Lexus all-weather drive sedans and luxury utility vehicles for 2015. They're available at Cody Lexus of Greenwood Village and Colorado Springs.
Andre Trigny, what a tremendous hockey mind. Now, he coached against Patrick Roy in the Quebec Major Junior League, so you know how much Patrick Roy respected him to go out and bring him in to the coaching staff. One of the great things that I enjoy? His nickname is the Bear, and if you met him, you'd understand why. He is a big man, and I mean a big man. But I love the relationship when you watch Adam Foote and he talking on the ice together. They have formed a tremendous bond, and boy, you talk about getting some good coaching. I mean,
if you're a defenseman on this Avalanche team, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're going to improve. But he is the guy, and he's got a great reputation in the Quebec Major League as far as, that was his team. And some people were surprised that he came with Patrick.
McKinnon shoots the puck wide of the net. Coming back for it, O'Reilly backhands the puck to center. McKinnon throws back to the blue line. 3 minutes into the second period, still 1-0 Avalanche. McKinnon hustling, getting to the puck in the corner. Getting again with it. Twisting, moving into the corner with the puck. Got a man behind the net. The pass goes to Landeskog. Bounce back for McKinnon to the far point for Holden. Shoots wide of the net. That's a long pass, but it deflected off a skate. It goes down the ice, and the Dallas Stars call for icing.
Now, anytime a team is doing what Dallas is doing on a consistent basis, they've seen something that they think they can, exploit. I mean, they can expose. But the Avalanche defensemen have done a nice job. No one has been open in behind the defenseman. If they're pulling out of the zone, the defensemen are right with them.
Getting coming back for the puck. One pass, tipped by Iginla. Fans have got it. Iginla winds, shoots, saves, rebound. Comes to Garbett for Dallas. Ahead for Cole. Back to Garbett. Garbett shoots, blocked. That was Nate Ginnon who got in the way of the shot when the Dallas Stars had some numbers going up the ice. Got by Duchesne. And the big save made by Enroth. Cole, pass cross ice for the defenseman Goligoski. Doubles across, shot right into the middle of Semyon Varlamov.
Now let's look around the National Hockey League. Points by defensemen. One of the reasons the Dallas Stars have been so successful offensively. You got Nashville. Mike, are they not a surprise, Nashville and Calgary? I mean, and then you look at, why are they, a surprise? Because their defense, both of them have big-time point scores. Of course, Weber, Giordano, and Calgary. But boy, you talk about something that adds to a hockey team.
Really translates into success with both those teams have had this year. Shot from the point, blocked between the circles, cleared out by the Avs. Ben with a ball carry, closing quickly on him. Sends the puck around. Bounce for the Avs. Hayda and a roll off his stick. Has to come out in the center. Cross ice for Cleese. Shoots it in. 5 minutes gone in the period. Still 1-0 Avalanche. Moen. Shift to the head. Racing for the puck. Turned back behind the net. Or is an injured Avalanche player. Here's a chance. Fiddler. I can't believe what a save by Varlamov. That was a brilliant save. But meanwhile, our attention turns to Jan Hayda, injured earlier in the play. And he has not gotten up. Finally, as Matt Sokolowski, the head trainer for the Avalanche, makes his way, at least starts to get up to his knees.
And Mike, if you've been following the Colorado Avalanche, you know that if this is something that he's got to be feeling this one. Puck goes in. Like that's just that's just a hockey play. Two guys get tied up, and unfortunately for Hayda, there he is right there.
Peter, what a save here by Varlamov. Just got that right foot out in time. You see, at least Hayda's coming off under his own power.
You know, there's a term in hockey. It's called low maintenance, and what it means is somebody that isn't in the trainer's office. Is in the trainer's room very often. He takes care of his own stuff. The coach knows what to expect from him. He's got great confidence that Hayda will play 20 minutes. Knows exactly what he's going to do. He was on the verge of becoming only the 10th defenseman in the National Hockey League to join the 100 club. 100 block shots, 100 hits. I mean, we're talking about Doughty, Weber. I mean, some of the best defensemen in the league are in that category. So this is already with Johnson out.
Shot by Everberg, steered away by Enroth. Again, it shoots, saved by Enroth. There's a chance, score! Alex Tanguay gets the loose puck and scores his 15th goal of the season, and the Avs are up 2-0.
I'll tell you, Mike, when you listen to Patrick Roy in all of his press conference and all the things that he does after game, the one guy that he likes to mention is Everberg, because Everberg does what a great job. He had two guys tied him up, and nobody reads a play better than Alex Tanguay. Tangs just floats over. Everberg's got two guys tied up, puck on net, and watch Tangs come in, bang, fires it home. But Everberg's presence in front of the net is what allowed that goal to be certainly not easy, but right there for Tanguay.
Here's the Kia scoring summary. 15 goals now for Alex Tanguay. This one coming at 5:28 of the second period. And Dennis Everberg and Nate Gennin getting assists. Everberg's 4th assist of the season and Gennin's 8th assist of the season. And you almost forget, Peter, it came right on the heels of a great save by Varlamov to keep it a 1-0 lead.
Oh, absolutely.
Instead of being 1-1, now it's a 2-0 lead for the Avalanche.
But this is, Mike, this is play smart. But this is where you put the pedal down. You get that third one. But we've seen it so often for these tired clubs, Mike. It's if you stay together, stay close, you can keep the energy. But once it's 3, it's tough.
Alex Tanguay, what a season he is having. Now with 37 points.
Michael, how many times have we talked about moments in games that turn games around? And everybody's worried about Hayda on the far side. Now, you got to remember, there's no defenseman down there to come out of that corner, and he just throws that right pad down and makes the save. And then at the other end, Tanguay, nice pass to the point. He floats in front, gets it through. Everberg just ties up two guys, and pop! The Avalanche have a 2-0 lead. Great save at one end, good hard work, nice shot by Tanguay at the other.
Well, the Avs enjoy a 2-0 lead over this Dallas Stars team, a team that had to play last night, lost 3 of their top players, and And the Avs, Peter, boy, they got him right where they want him right now. You just got to finish this off if you're the Avalanche.
Look at that, Michael. Coming into your screen, number 8 for the Avalanche. I'm telling you, you know, you don't like to go overboard too much, but I will. This guy is tough. I mean, he just went in there. He was down. He goes in the locker room. It's like he gives his head a shake and just comes back up. And he'll have an ice bag on it tomorrow, but he won't be bothering anybody. He'll wander by the training room, say hello, but he just plays. And it is a treat to watch him be a professional.
O'Reilly chasing the puck. Goligoski got it back for Dallas. Long pass to center, tipped in by Ben. Slammed around. O'Reilly couldn't get out of the zone. Spence's pass broken up. Landeskog got it back for the Avalanche. Up the middle. McKinnon taking off the puck, brought in offside by Dallas.
Well, for the Avalanche, this is game 2 of that 4-game homestand. A little bit more pushing and shoving. And Mike, you know, a very well-played first period. There was one penalty that Tanguay took early. Or sort of he got his stick into the man's thing, but there was a fight after that. But Mike, you can't be taking stupid penalties. This is just not the time. If you take a dumb penalty, your coach is going to just not be happy with you. That's the nicest way I can say it. You know, it's power plays now between these clubs are few and far between. If you get 3, you're lucky. Here comes the penalty, Mike.
2-0 lead for the Avalanche. Dallas has had a power play earlier in this game, as Peter pointed out. Tanguay took one of the first 23 seconds.
Minor penalty for slashing.
And this one's going against the Dallas Stars. But this is the team, this Dallas Stars club, Peter. They lead the NHL in shorthanded goals. They have scored 3 shorthanded goals in the last 2 games.
So, Mike, we just had a look at the penalties. That's exactly what we were talking about. Yep. He jumped, he ran into the man, he takes and slashes him right behind the legs in front of the referee. 280 feet away from the, from the net.
Now they have scored the power play. Lucky winner will get Avalanche tickets to an upcoming game courtesy of American Lifestyle Furniture. For a chance to win, register at AFWOnline.com/altitude. Shot by Barry, chance by Landeskog, denied by Enron. Well, there's no secret, Peter. This is an area the Avalanche know they just got to be better. On the power play, Landeskog blasts one, and the save made by Enron.
Yeah, like 10 games, no power play goals, 31 chances. And as one of the players said, it gets embarrassing because you've got so much talent, and it's like last game. They had a 5-on-3 where the score was 2-1 against the Rangers, and they couldn't get a goal. They had 1 shot on goal. They eventually, with a great effort, come back to tie it at 3. But these moments can't slip away, time after time.
Instead, Peter, this is the chance right now for the Avalanche. They can finish Dallas off. Almost here. We're about halfway through the game, but circumstances Dallas is under. We've mentioned those injuries. Also, they're missing Antoine Roussel as well. He's out with a suspension.
Yeah, 4 of their legitimate top 9 forwards are not playing in this game.
To the point for Tyson Barrie. And you're also facing what will be through the rest of this regular season, their backup goaltender.
But I think he's elevated to a little bit more like he was with Miller, but he was Buffalo's #1 guy. His record is not good, but Buffalo was not good. So, I mean, this is a good goalie.
Sure is. Cole has the puck for Dallas. Did not get it out of the zone, but it is a slugged out finally by Dallas. Avalanche come back to regroup in their own zone. Brought up Bice. Out to center. Long pass for Mitchell. Dallas has 3 different players on it that have scored a couple of shorthanded goals this season. Down to just 12 seconds remaining in the penalty.
Yeah, I was just talking to Matt Duchene before tonight's game, and it's been a, you know, you talk about a guy that is just typifies the frustration. Look at this, Mike. Look at these numbers. There's 311 players in the league that have more power play points than Matt Duchene. That's unbelievable. But look where he is at even strength points. He tied with Iginla and Perry. You look at Mike Tyler Seguin having a great year, right? A phenomenal year. He's got 37. And, you know, Duchene's got 32. So it's one aspect of his game, Duchene, that's been holding him back from having the numbers that he should have.
Fiddler's pass back to the point. Garbage out of the penalty box. Shot save made by Varlamov. And then they did a nice job at clearing guys out. So Dallas couldn't get to that rebound.
Ben and Holder have a pretty good little battle here tonight, Mike. A couple times, you know, Ben's been talking to him.
You see him looking at each other and yelling at each other after they've had a couple of bumps. Klingberg throws to the boards. Pass down the middle. Cut off. Punch to the near side. Grabbed by Sevior. Shot from the point goes wide. Played to the corner. Back to the blue line. Klingberg looking for an opening. He shoots. Deflected off from McLeod of the Avs. Dallas with the puck. Shot wide of the net. Strong shift from Dallas. Pass in the slot. Comes all the way back to the point. Ben. Pass across. Off the board. Shot by Sevier. Save made by Varlamov. Back to Sevier. For the Avalanche, the puck has been in their zone way too long. And Varlamov's seen enough. He covers to get a face-off. Avalanche get a goal here in the second period from Alex Tanguay. They laid it 2-0 over the Stars. Time for our Lexus on the ice.
Mike, watch Iginla on this play. Bang, just pops it home. He doesn't overhandle a puck. And now watch Tanguay as the puck comes in. The puck is lying there. All you got to do is boom, get your stick square and put it in. Too many times. And this is for you young goal scorers. Guys want to grab it, throw it back forth a couple of times and try to pop it top shelf. And then you miss the net. Just bang, put it right through the back of the net. All as hard as you can.
Shot by Spezza and deflects out of play.
You know, so many times you'll see guys, Mike, they've got an easy goal, or it looks like, and they'll try to baby it in, and somehow the goaltender reaches back or it falls. I mean, the best scorers that I've ever seen, the great goal scorers, shot the puck the hardest on the easiest goals. I mean, they just cannon that thing into the net. And we saw Iginla last game against the Rangers, and tonight Tanguay. Both of them. No fooling around. Just pop, back shelf.
That's why Jerome McGinley's going to get over 600 goals where his career is done. No messing around. Ben blocks the lob down the ice, but O'Reilly picks it up. Moves in, backhander goes high. O'Reilly holds the puck in, shoots it to the corner. Landeskog and Jordy Ben come together in the corner, going along the inboard. Guards move the puck to center. Ritchie hit by Holden. How about that hit by Nick Holden?
That's real good strength right there, because that's Ritchie, who is, we talked about, we've seen him, he is a big dude.
Lobbed across to the corner. Thrown across by Spezza. Cole dropped it behind him. Klingberg faked the shot. Pass across. Goligoski goes back to Klingberg. Glanced off of him. Stayed on side. And a quick pass from McKinnon. He sprints in. The puck around the boards behind the net. Cut off by Klingberg. Pass to the corner. Goligoski gives to Klingberg. Goligoski gets out to center ice. He'll thread a pass through, but it goes towards Varlamov. Forced to cover and get a face-off.
Well, Nick Holden, Mike, met his dad tonight. His dad is in town and working with the grandsons. I said, you know, he had Carter in tow, talking about that, and then O'Reilly goes up top shelf. Like, that's one of those plays, Mike, that's becoming, because goalies drop. That's that little spot in between. Now, it takes a heck of a shot, but we've seen a few of them go right into that area.
Seen O'Reilly try that quite a few times.
Yes.
Pass across, shot off the post. And Cleach, long pass, doesn't connect. behind the net. Off the boards, cut off by Bleach. Shot, stick save by Enroth. Shot by Hayda, deflected wide. Bouncing puck into the corner. 2-0 for the Avalanche. Puck comes out of the pile and give it away to Redmond. He shoots. Deflected wide. Back up the boards. Again, Redmond with it. Pass. Kicks over towards Carey. Spins away out of the corner with possession. Will slide it towards the corner. Blocked. And comes up the wall, and Hayda got his skate out to keep it from coming out of the zone. Kick to center. Hayda got it back. Gives to John Mitchell. Lost the puck. Taken away by Carey. Wine shoots. Deflected. Grabbed by Tanguay. Sends the pass across. Barry shoots and missed. Not by much. Getting behind the net for Everberg. Into the corner. Tanguay slides it back to the point. Shot by Barry. Got blocked. McGinnon gets the rebound. Shot saved. There's a loose puck. And missed wide by Mitchell. Boy, the Avs, they've got a good shift going. Dallas looks a little tired. Avs keep it in. Get it. And off goes to Mitchell. Avs got it going here on this shift. The crowd starting to cheer. Mitchell's pass. Tanguay. He moves up. Back towards the blue line. Gannon slides it across for Barry. It almost feels like a power play right now for the Avalanche. The way they're moving the puck. Dallas just hoping they get a hold of it. Rocket by Barry missed. Kept in by Gannon. And the crowd responds. He's got that feeling that we saw the other night against the Rangers. As they're building towards something. They keep it going. Tanguay. Mitchell's shot gets deflected. Boy, this is a tired Dallas team right now. Back to the point for Holden. Shot diving. And what an effort there by Travis Morin to knock it out to center ice. But Dallas can't change. They still got most of the guys still on the ice. Here's a chance. And it's tipped wide of the net. They had to get over the red line to make a change. They couldn't get enough guys off. Another opportunity. Stewart with the puck. Boy, this has been in play for the Avalanche for quite a long time. Dallas can't get a hold of it and even ice it. Do anything. Landeskog's got it. Pass across for Holden. Tipped wide of the net. And that is deliberately iced by Dallas. But that means that group's got to stay on the ice.
Michael, these are the kind of shifts that the Dallas group that was on the ice, especially the couple of defensemen. Look at Hayda's play to keep that puck in the zone. And then the puck come up the board. Look at Nate Gannon, Mike. You talked several times about how good the Avalanche are about sealing that puck into the zone. There's a chance right there that just pops over. But here's just another look at it. Nice pass by O'Reilly, who was coming onto the ice. And Mike, these are the ones that you feel in the third period.
Yep.
Because again, I've done enough of these games down below that I can tell you when a team has played the night before. Just the energy, and you have to change so quickly, and it has to be such a smart game because it's just the Avalanche are a fast club. They play at a high pace, and these kind of shifts are the ones that really take that energy out of you. And you know, it doesn't happen every time. Remember Nashville last time they were in here? Wow, did they have a strong game. The Avalanche won it 3-0 with an empty net goal, but they had a strong game. So, you know, you just got to keep putting the pressure on all game.
Dallas had to use their timeout. They do get the puck. And knock it back in. Delay offside. Colorado's got it. Dallas gets one guy off, but there's still some players that have been out there for quite a long time. O'Reilly cross-ice pass for McKinnon. Moves the puck behind the net. Scooped up by Trevor Daley. He'll skate the puck to center ice. Sends a pass across, brought in. Dallas able to get those defensemen off. Well, they weren't able to take advantage there. They had the opportunity. Puck in that zone a long time. Didn't get the goal, though. Ben back to the point. Shot by Demers misses. Fiddler settles the puck down. Back around the boards. Oh, what a hit by Landeskog on Jordy Ben. Dallas has the puck. Fiddler shoots it
towards the corner behind the net for Horkoff to take. Shot, save made by Varlamov. After Demers had snuck in for a chance. Backhanded out to center. 4 minutes left to go in the period. Pass tipped in, but blocked by Barry. Duchesne held up by Demers. And Duchesne wanted a penalty. Demers didn't let go of him. Pass out to center ice. Grabbed by Duchesne. Comes in. Cross ice. Shot by Talbot. Got blocked by Benn. And he gave it away to McGinley. Pass in front for Talbot off a skate. Jamie Benn takes a pass out towards center. Pop back into the Dallas zone.
And Ginla is having a very good game. Like, he is all over the puck. He has some shots on goal, some great energy in the first period. And again, I mean, this line, remember, they've mixed and matched the lines. This line's been good.
Ritchie's shot deflected off of Stewart of the Avs. He catches up to the puck, sends it around, cut off. Goligoski makes the pass, centering try, stopped by Holden. Klingberg shoots, and it went on the top of the net, then in. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be some kind of decision here. Did the net move before the puck went in? The referee is saying no goal. This will be reviewable, of course. But Dave Jackson says no goal.
Look at his hands, Mike, though, when it first happens. He put his hands up. Puck comes through. Now, what's interesting here is, Mike, Spezza in behind the net. Watch him punch the puck out front. Boom. And then it hits Stewart.
And went in.
And goes in. But did Stewart have possession of the puck? We saw that. Remember when the hand pass from Hayda to Landeskog where it hit the guy's skate? Remember?
You're saying, did Spezza have?
No. Spezza punches it, right?
Right.
Well, if an Avalanche player gets possession of it, then it's a goal. But was that possession? I don't think it's going to be possession of the puck. Pops up here. He's going to punch it. It bounces off Stewart. And I think that's going to be no goal because it was just deflected in.
Denver.
Now, the linesman is saying to the Avalanche that it was no goal on the ice. The referee called no goal on the ice. Watch, Spezza punches it up front. It hits Stewart.
So you don't think the worry is when the net was moved then?
No, I don't think it's when the net was moved. I personally think it's the fact that they're saying that it bounced off him. It bounced off, but I don't think it's a change of possession, Mike. I think it's a continuation play, and the situation is going to be no goal. I think that because Stewart's falling, but it hit him in the chest and bounces because he's right on the net. But like anything, Mike, when the points are so valuable to not just the Avalanche, but all through the Western Conference.
This was decided pretty quickly, Peter.
Yeah, so
here's the announcement from referee Dave Jackson.
The puck was batted with the hand. Puck was batted with the hand. Off the Colorado player, no control. It's no goal. Call on the ice stands.
You're going to see one more look, and again, Spezza, I mean, you plead your case, obviously, but Pound right there, and you see Stewart was getting knocked out by Goligoski from behind, but he did not have control, just bounces in on him, so it's a continuation of the hand pass and no goal.
Remains 2-0 for Colorado. Here in the second period, Dallas has hit the post and came close to scoring goal there. After review, no goal. Tanguay with a nice hit on Klingberg. Everberg moves the puck up the boards. Garbutt's got it. Makes a nice pass. Carried with speed by Eakin over the line. Dropped it. Cross ice. Goligoski shoots. But Varlamov came across to make the save. 2.5 to go in the second. Avs lead it 2-0. Let's see who is in the groove. Presented by Groove Subaru.
And Mike, for these are the guys 36 and older, And what's really interesting to me, now Datsyuk's had a pretty complete season. He's just a unique hockey player. But Iginla, Hossa, and Cole all started off a little slowly. And right now, they are playing their best hockey. And, you know, I mean, Hossa's won a cup, Cole's won a cup, Iginla's been to the Stanley Cup Finals. You know, and you almost wonder, as the games get to mean more and more, they start to really ramp up their game.
Handoff goes to Duchesne, cuts in, he shoots up high. Iginla walking in, he shoots, and he misses to the far side. Duchesne centered out in front. Peter, want to let people know, Winnipeg did win tonight in a shootout over Detroit, and Minnesota won.
Man,
neither good news for the Avalanche.
After an awful night last night, Van Dallas and San Jose all win. And it has just been one bad news game after another for the Avalanche.
Well, that's two games the Avs didn't want to hear about, finishing the way they did. Now you start to see, all right, Vancouver against Calgary, and then the Los Angeles-Washington game. Now that's what you're watching if you're the Avalanche. Pass across to Jordy Ben, and his shot deflected off of Varlamov, and the puck has gone out of play. These lucky fans were upgraded from the Ram Trucks fan zone to lower bowl seats courtesy of Ram Trucks. You can purchase tickets in section 362 for your chance to win. Upgrade to the official truck of your Colorado Avalanche.
And Mike, in the Vancouver game, Calgary game, Vancouver at Calgary, you almost look at it saying, you know what? Come on, Vancouver. You know, what you don't want is one of those three-point games.
Right. But how about those Minnesota Wild? They just keep doing it.
8-0-2, Mike, in their last 10.
Passed it into the middle, broken up. Down to the last 70 seconds of the second period. Landeskog up against Daly in the corner. The last time that these teams played, McKinnon comes around and shoots. And a nice save by Enron. It was the Dallas Stars, Peter, who had a 2-0 lead going to the third period. Only see the Avs come back, tie it, and then win eventually in a shootout.
Yeah. Now let's look at the updated rest of the games that have been, you know, finished for tonight. Minnesota now 63 points in a dead even heat as far as points with Calgary. But Calgary continues to play well. Boy, I'd say that's been a wonderful story for them there. But Winnipeg, they lost their first game after the big trade, and now they won this one. And like I just don't see them not making the playoffs. I think they solidified their lineup.
I think the top 7 are in, right? Here's a turnover. Tanguay down low, and a chance. Everberg hopped over his stick. Chance by Everberg, slapped at it, got blocked. It sure seems that way, Peter, right? Top 7, that's done.
Well, what it's done for Winnipeg, Mike, is it allowed them to move Buffalo back on defense.
Right.
And now they get Myers also back on defense. So you're at, you got a 6'7", 6'8" guy in Myers. You got a 6'5", 260-pound guy who wants to play defense in Buffalo. Stafford comes in, and he is that winger to replace Kane. But here, Alex Tanguay right there, Mike. Does he not show you the smarts? I mean, it's always one of those situations. Why does the guy always get the puck? Well, if you go to the right place all the time, that's where the puck is going to go.
And he's got a goal tonight, his 15th of the season. That goal made it 2-0, giving the Avs a little bit of breathing room going into the third period. But you know, it'll be a desperate Dallas team at the start of the third. They're doing the same scoreboard watching the Avs are doing.
Absolutely, Mike. They're going to get in the coach. They're going to tell him.
McLeod wraparound try. That's denied. Another chance. Here's a shot that goes high right at the end of the period. As we're swarming and buzzing around the net. But it's still a 2-0 lead.
Well, for the Dallas Stars, they had a couple more chances in that period, but still a very good defensive period for the Avalanche. They had some chances near the end, but I think the main thing, Mike, it's just been a really smart hockey game for the Colorado Avalanche. Every time you turn around, someone's in the right place, making the right play.
Well, they've got the Dallas Stars By a 2-0 score at the end of 2 periods of play as the Avs file off into the locker room. So the Avs have got the advantage, trying to break a 4-game losing streak and playing a terrific game tonight. They lead at 2-0. Stay tuned for the Subaru intermission reports. Avalanche added a goal. Alex Tanguay got it during the second period. The Avs take a 2-0 lead over the Dallas Stars in the third period. And Peter, let's take a look back and some of the highlights that we've seen throughout this game.
Yeah, 40 minutes of hockey for the Colorado Avalanche, and it's been a good 40 minutes. They have done so many things the right way. They've had bodies on the puck. They've challenged down low. They've swarmed the front of the net. They've had good scoring opportunities. Enron has played a very solid game for the Dallas Stars. The Avalanche have just kept coming and coming this. But on the other end, Semyon Varlamov has had some big moments. None bigger than this one right here. That would have tied the score at 1. And then the Avalanche, right after that, come down and watch Alex Tanguay with Everberg in front of the net, pick it up, fire it home. And the Avalanche fight. 1 in the first with good hard work, 1 in the second with good hard work. Now you finish it off here in the third.
When Colorado scores in the third period, you score with Subway. Go to your local Subway restaurant tomorrow for any regular 6-inch sub for just $3 after 3.
As you mentioned, Michael, you know, for the Colorado Avalanche, they're in the locker room. They know that that Minnesota has won, that Winnipeg has won, you know, and that you just can't afford. For Dallas, Mike, you got to keep pushing. Every shift has to be huge. You're looking for that one play to get yourself within 1 goal and change sort of the whole temperature of this game.
Try to do it. But the Avalanche did to them last time they played, not that long ago. The 2-0 lead for Dallas starting the third period. Avs came back to tie it and then win in a shootout. Duchesne flicks the puck ahead for Max Talbot. Shoots it to the corner. Goligoski wheels it around, awaiting Eric Cole. Lets it slide ahead. Aaron by Spence over the line. Scooped up by Ben. Cut off by O'Reilly. Takes away the puck. Nice job of protecting it. Lifts it up and out. Good hard work there from Ryan O'Reilly. Klingberg pulls up. Pass up ice. Sent across by Ritchie. Bounced in. Holden for the Avalanche. Protecting the puck against the boards. Comes free for O'Reilly. Moves it up and out, and he'll chase it down. Klingberg cutting across. O'Reilly staying with it. Makes the pass towards Landeskog. Back towards O'Reilly. To Landeskog. Redmond shoots. Blocked. Ritchie reaches the red line. Shoots the puck into the Colorado zone. We're in the third period in Denver. 2-0 lead for the Colorado Avalanche. Trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. The Dallas Stars have won their last 3 games. They've won their last 4 in a row on the road. Everberg moves the puck behind the net. Chopped around. Hayda shoots. The puck floats high in the air over the net. Mitchell, though, gets to it first. His pass goes off the skate out to center. Blocked and kept in by the Stars momentarily. Comes out to center ice. Cross ice pass smacked ahead by Carey. Trying to dance around Daly. Stars have it. But give it away. Gavin turns and gets it to Carey. Shoots and a stick save by Enron. Back to the blue line. Shot around. Off the back of the net. And a race for the puck. Carey gets there first for the Avalanche. Pass in front off of McLeod, but wide. Barry back to the point. Another shift where the Avs are spending time in the Dallas zone. Cleese towards the corner for Carey. Kick free. The Stars trying to come out of the zone.
But like that, another smart shift for the Avalanche. The defenseman pinched in, the forward stayed back. Barry had an opportunity, Mike, to take a shot, but it might be blocked. Instead, he just dumped it into the corner. So they're making...
Go ahead there.
shot, score! Stewart, I think he got hurt on the play. And here comes Matt Sokolowski to see another Avalanche defenseman. Holden and Stewart collided as the shot was being taken. Now it's a goal for the Avalanche, but at what price?
I mean, they're just coming across. It's the puck was going to take a funny bounce. You see the two of them just coming across and bang. I mean, the Dallas player was there, but he wasn't involved in the collision at all. Holden's looking at the puck. Stewart has the puck. I mean, that's about as hard a hit as you're going to take if you're Brad Stewart.
You're in such an awkward position, aren't you, Peter, when you're taking that shot? You're so off balance.
I mean, those are the ones that are always the biggest hits. Like, when you're taking that shot and you're getting lined up by the other guy, and you see Matt Sokolowski goes off with one guy, Scott Woodward's talking to the other guy, Nick Holden. And so the Avalanche, or you see what he pointed right to his chest, so his chest went right into the head neck of Brad Stewart.
Nonetheless, it is a 3-0 lead for the Avalanche. They get that third goal, get it early in the period. Carried in by Ben. Taking off the puck. Pass. Up ice out to center. Klingberg got it back. Got around the board. Overskated by Jamie Benn. Moves it back behind the net.
Mike, I did not see the goal. I was watching the collision by the two guys, but I guess it must have popped in off of Ginla's shin pad, whatever, and so Ginla picks up his 18th for the Colorado Avalanche.
He just keeps
scoring.
He just keeps scoring, doesn't he?
At the start of the season, nothing was going to go in. I mean, it just looked impossible. Now they're bouncing in off him.
One game in the first 20, he got goals.
Yep.
Now scored 2 in that one game, but that was it. All right, let's take a look again at how this goal happened for the Avalanche.
Well, Enroth has not exactly had a lucky night. Shot comes, it hits something.
Oh, it definitely hit Ginla, Peter.
Yeah, it hits something and bounces back through. But Enroth, like a couple of them, have one bounced off. I'm assuming now, because they have not changed the goal, it was Nathan McKinnon got it, then it bounced off Jordy Benton and went in, and that one bounces off again, 25 feet out between his legs.
You have scored, you win with Subway. Visit your local Subway restaurant tomorrow for any regular 6-inch sub for $3 after 3. Matt Duchene, Brad Stewart get the assist.
Well, now
for the Avalanche, that Peter, Jerome Ginla has just tied. That's a damn boost. 48th all-time in points.
And he has officially passed Recchi, Mark Recchi, for 19th. He's in 19th place by himself. And as we've talked about a little bit, I don't think, unless he gets redder hot, he's going to get to Curry at 601, because he has right now 578. But still, the players that he has passed this year are all Hall of Famers.
3-0 for the Avalanche. Look to be in real good shape right now. They were looking for that third goal. It's a tired Dallas Stars team with some injuries. The Avalanche have done the job tonight. Klingberg's shot goes high and out of play.
Well, here it is. Jerome again, Bernie Nichols. Boy, when you talk about a guy that no one got to really know in his days out with LA until he joined the New York Rangers. What a great hockey player. New Jersey Devils, he was great there. Vincent Damphousse, Mike, who officially was a Colorado Avalanche.
He got signed before the lockout season.
Yep, and then because of the lockout, and he decided to hang him up. But he was, he had signed, he was going to play that season with the Avalanche.
Yeah, there's another defenseman that we saw earlier, Peter, Jan Hejda, hurt, came back. Brad Stewart, another tough guy, gets hurt, comes back.
And the thing about it is, I mean, you're going to play, but you're hurt. I mean, it's not as if you give you a magic pill in the locker room and suddenly nothing feels bad. You're feeling this, but you're playing through it.
Well, he and Holden back out on the ice together. They collided. Mitchell cuts in, and the puck taken away.
Like that, if he had popped that top shelf, that would have been on everybody's highlight reel.
Klingberg jumping in. Has the puck in the corner for Dallas. Let's get it back. Goligoski will flick with a stick for Klingberg. Takes the puck. Oh, look at the moves he's got. In over the line with the puck. Shovel pass though, but Mitchell took it away. The lay offside on Dallas. Put off the boards for McLeod. And then back behind the Dallas net. Tipped into the point by Hayden. Race for the puck back to the Avalanche zone. Cutting in Fiddler. Shoots, and Varlamov makes his 16th save of the game. And then we got a little scrum happening afterwards. Things seem to be calming down, so we'll take a timeout. Avalanche have added a goal here in the third period. Give it to Jerome McGinley. Went off his leg, and it's 3-0 for Colorado. Well, Peter, 3-0 lead for the Avs, but during their break, when we went to that commercial timeout, a few things were happening.
Yeah, Demir's joining the play. And McLeod hits him, and he comes in. Mike, that's at the end. But then it's interesting. Some guys from the bench for Dallas were grabbing at McLeod. And there. But here's why Demers went after him. He was really bang. There he comes through, and he gets cut. So I mean, this is going to be an interesting call. Because, I mean, he was cut. I mean, he's cut on the lip big time. This is why, Mike, I always say, you know, it's not a big deal if you don't see it as much as you did before. Why are the benches on the same side? I've never understood that. You're asking for stuff to happen. You just are. In the old days, but they didn't dare have them on the same side.
I see Cody McLeod sitting in the penalty box. Had a fight back in the first period with McKenzie. And now we wait to see what the penalties are going to be.
And Demers, I mean, Mike, you can imagine his reaction is like, forget it. I just got punched in the head. But how does Demers not? And then the guys on the bench I mean, and the league does not like that. Let me tell you right now, the league does not like when players reach over and grab and get involved in an altercation that's on the ice.
Coach Waugh and the rest of the Avs, along with the Dallas Stars, waiting to see what the decision is going to be on penalties.
That's a big call. I mean, if McLeod gets 4, Mike, you know, as you talked about, this is a real good road power play. No, he's gone. He's gone, Mike. I knew there was going to be some discussion. Now that
McLeod.
Now this is an interesting
call. He's coming out. Now he's gone for the rest of the game. And he's got a few words for the Dallas bench.
One second, Mike. I'm going to try and listen to this.
All right, Peter's taking his headphones off so he can hear, and you can see McLeod being ushered towards the locker room. Now these two teams have got one more meeting, and not that far away. They will get together for the 5th and final time in Dallas on February 27th.
Okay, so McLeod, Mike, is getting this for the play behind the net. He was going to get tossed for the play behind the net. It had nothing to do with anything that went along the bench. Demers is out because of what he did along the bench. So what
That
it will
is
be,
Paul Carey who will serve the penalty for McLeod.
so what it's going to be is a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then a 3-minute power play for the Dallas Stars.
Boy, that third goal by the Avs looming a lot larger right now.
Oh, absolutely. Those are, Mike, those are such big goals in games like this, because then one play, one situation doesn't, automatically tighten everything up.
Well, especially a 3-minute power play opportunity, in which you can continue to score.
Well, yeah, exactly. And you're looking at a situation now. Okay, Dallas knows this is it. The 4-on-4 part, okay. You're hoping that maybe you can get a goal if you're Dallas, and then give the power play a real boost as they had those 3 minutes. But you're going to see, I guarantee you, Mike, you're going to see this defenseman for Dallas up and up hard into the Avalanche zone. This is going to be a 4-man attack for these next couple of minutes at 4-on-4.
For the Avalanche, they put out Iginla, Duchesne, Holden, and Stewart. Those are the 4 out for the Avs. Cole, Spezza, Klingberg, and Goligoski. Very offensive-minded for Dallas, trailing 3-0. Spezza, pass across, high in the slot for Klingberg. He shoots, missed the net. Klingberg makes the handoff, gets it back, Goligoski. High in the slot for Klingberg.
Penalty served for Dallas, number 11, Curtis
Makes the pass. Goligoski's got the puck. He winds, he shoots, missed the net. Dallas with it, Spezza rolled it around. Goligoski has the puck come to him at the blue line. Pass tipped off the end board. And they have defenseman Nick Holden with the puck.
And Mike, if ever you were thinking a time where the Dallas Stars are missing Seguin, here it is.
Yep. Again, just to tell folks the penalties. McLeod got the 5-minute major for fighting, game misconduct, plus another misconduct. And Demers, 2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct.
It was 5 for fighting, Mike?
That's what it says. Yes, Peter.
That's what it says. So it was just a one-punch fight, Ben, because he was behind the net, and he, as you saw, he just one-punched Demers, and it wasn't for anything he did along the benches.
Puck deflects and has gone out of play. So for the Dallas Stars, their second power play opportunity of the game. Again, McLeod 5 for fighting, 10-minute misconduct, and a game misconduct. Demers 2 for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. Avs had the possession of the puck. Hayda gets the pass from Tyson Barrie. Sends it out to center ice for Landeskog. Dropped in the corner. Dragged along the boards by Jamie Benn. Pass back to the point. Slid across. And a stick handle that to center ice. And took it away. Landeskog off the boards for Barrie. Dropped it. McKinnon. Pass in the slot. Shot is tipped, and the puck has gone out of play.
Well, for the Colorado Avalanche, Mike, it hasn't been a lot of games recently, but you know what? When you get banged up like this, it doesn't matter. It's a day off and then another game, and they've worked hard. All 3 of them. You saw Nick Holden. He took him a while to get up. It was Stewart that was clearly injured on that play, but he went back, came back, and Mikey's played 3 or 4 shifts now since that hit. He and Holden both. And Jan Hayda, of course, Mike, that was a really big collision he took in the corner.
11:42 left in the third. 3-0 Avalanche. Now the Dallas Stars going to work on the power play. For the second time in this game, they're 0 for 1. They had just one shot on their first power play opportunity. Cut off in front of the net. Tanguay takes it and gets it out to center ice.
Keep up.
Gannon, Stewart, Tanguay, Mitchell for the Avalanche. Trying to kill this penalty. Daly had to go off his arm. And Mitchell finds the loose puck, shoots it in. It got by Enroth. Goligoski back to get it. Avalanche have won the first 3 meetings between these two teams.
They got way too many guys on the ice, Mike.
Yeah, I just counted 6 guys for Dallas.
There were 6 guys. There wasn't anybody within 20 feet of me. It was just one of those, am I going, am I staying? And there it goes. 2:03 remaining in the power play, and now that's negated for Lindy Russ Club. And Mike, that's not a huge play in the game, but that certainly puts a damper on the idea that, okay, this is our chance to get back in this hockey game.
Yep, you only had about a minute worth of power play time, and now it's over. The Dallas Stars 0 for 2 tonight.
Like I'm standing here watching, I'm going, there's 4, and they're screaming. Pass it over. Here's 5, and here's number 6. There's lucky number 6 over there.
Face off won by the Avalanche.
Dallas penalty.
So we go back to 4-on-4.
2 minutes for 2 minute men on the ice. Time of the
2
penalty.
men on the ice penalty called on Dallas. 10:30 to go in the third.
Penalty served by number 22.
Enroth is going to the bench. How about this, Peter? Hey, what have you got to lose? You need to do something.
Exactly.
Well, page out of the Patrick Roy hockey book for the goaltender. A lot of time left, 10 minutes and plus to go, and they got an extra man out there. Shot, score! Jason Spezza picked the corner, and it's a 3-1 hockey game.
And Mike, let's not forget, the man in the box is 5-minute major. He cannot come out of the box, so it remains 4-on-4. When will they pull the goaltender? But Jason Spezza, Mike, I mean, he's always been one of my favorite guys. Much maligned, you know, for not doing this, enough of that. But he is a tremendous hockey player.
That was a great shot.
Wasn't that a great shot? You should have seen the one he had last night. It was as pretty a goal as we've seen all year.
Yeah, I saw that replay. That was amazing.
He did a spinorama around, you know, the defenseman and just fired a top shelf far side.
Well, that breaks the shutout bid of Varlamov. And again, that third goal here in the third period is so big. But there's 10:02 to go. As we show you our Subway scoring summary. Jason Spezza, 12 goals of the season, coming at .958.
Dallas goals scored by number 98.
Jamie Benn.
Jason Spezza.
Rukavaka with the assist. Landeskog skates to center. Enroth still in the net for Dallas. And see if the coach Ruck pulls him again.
From Ben.
He's looking that way, Enroth is. Now he's on his way.
The way the Buffalo has played this year, he's used to.
There's a shot to the empty net, but missed. And that's an icing call. Oh, the face-off coming back in the Avs zone.
Well, for Enroth, Mike, situation this year in Buffalo has not been a good year. He's used to coming out of the net, but I don't think he's used to coming out this early.
10 minutes to go.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? The way that Patrick Roy did it last year with such frequency and the success that it had, and even not those nights when the Avalanche didn't score, but the success they had controlling the puck, it gave the rest of the coaches of the league, around the league, okay, let's do it. You know, he's doing it, so why don't we do it?
And puck comes to center. Slammed around the boards. Jamie Benn dances up to it, followed up. Klingberg shot to the misdirected and came to the front of the net. Back to the point, slid across. Klingberg
Back high. Ben shoots, and Varlamov makes the save.
Michael, that was a good save through traffic.
Jason Spencer making it a little interesting in the third period. 3-1 Avs. Let's answer tonight's Did You Know question, brought to you by Stevenson Automotive. We asked you who was the last backup goalie to start and win a game for the Dallas Stars, and that would be Tim Thomas.
I don't think many people remember he was traded to the Dallas Stars, but you look when it was, March 11, 2014, and they're 0-12-1. And you look at one area that, like, say, you know, he was 500, the backup goaltender, you know, for the Dallas this year, what their record would be. So it was an area they really felt they had to improve, and I don't think there's any question they did with Enron.
Lenny Rupp, who coached him in Buffalo, certainly familiar with him. Spencer has the puck, and Rupp is on the bench for an extra skater. Puck's behind the net. Spencer played it up the wall for Klingberg to take. Time running out on those penalties. Shot wide of the net. Ben had a block for Paul Carey. Comes out of the penalty box. Sevior, serving the penalty for Dallas for too many men on the ice, comes out.
Enron's back in net, Mike.
Jamie Benn waves the puck back to the point. Klingberg, nice pass. Cross ice, back to Klingberg. Protects the puck. Gets it high in the slot. Makes the handoff to Goligoski. Cross ice. Eakin moves down the wall with the puck, cutting in front. Pass over to Jamie Benn. He shoots. Ooh, that was a nice save. That one came through some bodies. Blocked in front by Talbot. And backhanded down the ice. Results in an icing call on the Avalanche. 7:50 to go in the third.
Right. I'm watching Kleinberg. I mean, this is a kid, Mike. I mean, he is so smooth. I mean, he's 22 years old. So he was, you know, a fifth round pick in 2010, and like he has just come. You should see how smooth he is and what he sees on the ice.
That cross ice pass he made.
Oh my!
in the end zone, that was amazing.
I mean, it's just he looks up and he seems to have seen everything, every possible option.
And at center, Trevor Daley with the puck finds Brett Ritchie. Run down by Everberg. Pass into the slot. Coming in. Jordy Benn's shot got blocked. Coming back for it, Daley for Dallas. He leads Ritchie to center. Pass over the line. Dallas with the puck. Daley. Pass it high. There's Klingberg. His shot deflects off of John Mitchell and out of play. Visit your Colorado Kia dealers and discover Kia's full lineup of high-quality, stylish, dependable vehicles. Go to ColoradoKiaDealers.com to learn more.
As we said, Mike, he's climbing up the ladder big time as far as the Calder Trophy race, because you just don't put up. He's got 16 points in the last 14 games for Dallas coming into tonight. I mean, those are top flight numbers.
Now the Dallas Stars want to see if this is a penalty. Avalanche trying to clear. Did he go over the glass?
The referee right away did that old smack of the hands together to indicate that there has been a deflection.
Well, if you're Dallas, you're trying.
Oh, yeah.
But put it in his head that maybe that was the case. 7:04 left. 2-goal lead for the Avalanche. Desperation time for Dallas and for the Avalanche. They've got the lead, but they're just as desperate for points. Shane with his speed, a little pressure on. The puck bounced free, and Roth hooked into the corner. Again, look. Fires a pass. Taken behind the net by Duchesne. Comes out in front, pass across. He had Talbot waiting at the far post. Dallas can't get out of the zone. Klingberg Then settle things down as make a line change. Long pass up Bice. Sevier. Shrugged off the puck by Holman. And it comes loose for the Stars. Pass across. Daly, handoff. Morin back to Daly, shoots. That one went off of Jan Heda for the Avs. Miles McKinnon's got a man up ice. There's the pass. Cut off. Lob back in high off the glass. Under 6 minutes to go in the period. Daly from the point, roll it around. Off Spezza's stick. Landeskog, nice pass up ice for O'Reilly. Trail to McKinnon. Cuts in, fans on the shot. Scooped up by Jamie Benn. Quick pass up ice for Spezza. Trying to power his way to the net. He shoots. Ooh, went off the blocker of Varlamov.
He's got a tough shot to read, doesn't he, Mike?
Ooh, wow, does he ever? Peter, I had a good look at that from my angle. And that one just sizzled off his stick. So yeah, offside on the Stars. They call the offside on Dallas. And we'll be back. 5:12 to go in the third period. Avalanche lead 3-1. Time for tonight's recap delivered to you by Jimmy Johns. Well, the first goal of the game belonged to the Avalanche. They give it to Nathan McKinnon. They took that lead into the second period. Alex Tanguay, Johnny on the spot. 2-0 Avs. They go to the third. At 3:20 in the third period, two defensemen collide after the shot, but it went off over the leg of Iginla. 3-0. Then with the goaltender pulled, Jason Spezza halfway through the third period scored for the Dallas Stars, and it's 3-1. And we're down the last 5 minutes to go. Here in the third period, the Avs lead by 2. Enroth sweeps the puck. Klingberg. Challenge in the corner by Everberg. Comes to Eric Cole. My name is Mitchell. Slides the pass. Goligoski sends it up the boards. Fiddler can't get to it. Shot down back into the Dallas end. Under 5 minutes remaining.
And Mike, this is that time for the Avalanche. We talked about it earlier this season. It's got to be a complete shutdown the rest of the way.
In the slot, Ritchie makes the pass across. Goligoski. In it. The Dallas team, though, played last night, a little tired, and shortchanged by some injuries. Shot by Ritchie. It's tipped wide. Goligoski makes the pass for Daly to take. He shoots, cut off in front of the net by Gedden, sends it up the ice. Again, catches up to it. He shoots, save, and then whiffs on the second chance. Nailed around. Out to center, Spezza. Up ice, Daly, the defenseman, dropped it back for Spezza. Cuts in, he shoots wide of the net. Daly couldn't get it through. Iginla blocked it, got it up ice. Talbot and Duchesne shot, glove save made by Enroth of Dallas.
Well, like all things considered for the Dallas Stars, it's been a good effort. These games aren't easy, and then you say that they're desperate. The Avalanche are desperate, no question about it. But they did play last night, but they're hanging in there. And Lindy Ruff took a little bit of a gamble with 10 minutes or so to go and give a team that little extra chance. And now they're just one play away from making this a very tight last part of the game.
Puck pushed into the center zone. Shot back the other way, and Enroth will set it up. Next up for the Avalanche, the Arizona Coyotes, a team that way out of the playoff picture. Klingberg pushed against the boards by Paul Carey. And then after that one, Peter, the schedule gets a little tough.
Yeah.
You knew this one coming in. You like the Avs' chances just because of the situation for Dallas. You know that Arizona's had a difficult season. But then you got LA, Chicago, Tampa, Nashville. Some of the teams coming up for the Avalanche. Enroth has gone to the bench. 3 minutes left to go. So extra skater for Dallas. Long pass. Did Ritchie touch it? Apparently did not. Icing called on Dallas.
Everybody clap your hands.
How how many times have we talked about this, Mike? The idea of, I mean, if you're a player, you get a certain amount of ice time. But there's nothing better than being that guy that's on the ice, up one, down one. When the game is on the line. The Avalanche are up a couple goals here right now. But, you know, just be that guy that is out there when everything is on the line. And this line has been good again tonight for the Avalanche, but Stewart and Holden, they have been excellent for the Avalanche. Aside from the fact they run into each other, that was one of those you got to be kidding me in the situations.
As that possession slammed back from center ice by Holden into the Dallas zone. Enroth will start to make his way to the bench. Dallas gets out to center. Spezza kicks it and shot back in. Enroth will head back to the crease area. But they're calling icing on the Avalanche. Enroth can go back to the bench to get the extra skater out with 2:26 to go.
Yeah, that's a good break for Dallas right there. The puck, you know, it was going back and forth. But the man just beat McKinnon past the tops of the circles, and now they get an opportunity to set the play up in the Avalanche zone.
O'Reilly will take the face-off for the Avs against Eakin. Look back around behind the net. Dallas has the puck. Eakin gives it to Klingberg. Slides it across. Taken off the skate. Goligoski got it back. Klingberg shoots. A lot of bodies in front. And Stewart's got it for the Colorado Avalanche. We're down to 2 minutes remaining. Pushed ahead. Out to center by Landeskog. Goligoski gets away from McKinnon. Makes the pass up the middle. Deflected in the air. McKinnon hard off the boards, but Dallas keeps it alive. Ben back to the point for Goligoski. Nowhere to shoot it. Gives to Jamie Benn. He shoots. Slowed up shot. Nice save by Varlamov. Well, that was a point-blank chance. What a save. Goligoski dancing along the far side. Time running out. Pass comes top of the circle, played back to the point for Jimmy Benn. He shoots through traffic, and there's Varlamov's glove to make the save.
Now you can see exactly what Jamie Benn was looking at. He was looking for one opening through traffic, and Ben got two real good shots on goal. There's the first one, it's blocked by Holden, who comes out, and here's the second one. He's going to be the top of the circle. He is just looking through, but again, Varlamov, Mike, when he's tracking it, and you're not gonna surprise him.
Shot, and another save by Varlamov. Ritchie with a drive right off the faceoff. Scramble for the puck. Time winding down. Just about a minute left to go. Hustling after it. Talbot looking at that empty net. Shoots it ahead. Again, chasing the puck. He's got it. Threw it out in front. Backhander. That blocked somehow. The horn sounded. But play continues on. Somebody thought the Avalanche scored. Pulled the trigger on the horn. Everybody looked at the referee and he just went, keep going. Ignore that. Icing called on Dallas.
Talbot was right in the crease with the puck. Good work by Iginla down low. Watch this pop out front. It looks like Daly just gets back to get the, stop that shot by Talbot.
He's just shaking his head there on the bench.
Yeah,
you believe it.
You get those 1 foot, chip-ins. You don't get many of those over the course of the season.
Well, this one's just about over. The Avalanche are going to get the win. They're going to stop that 4-game slide and get the victory. And boy, they have owned the Dallas Stars this season. Tanguay scored by Dennis Everberg. Alex Tanguay, what a game he's had. That big goal, which will end up being the game-winning goal. And then he makes a pretty pass to set up Dennis Everberg for his second goal of the season.
And Mike, this is Tanguay. The goal was great. This is Tanguay at his best. Look at that. I mean, Mike, he just froze everybody. And then it's not just his little backhand pass, but it's right on the stick, so Everberg's got to just reach forward, and he pops it top shelf. I mean, Everberg, a perfect pass. Everberg has worked so hard. Like so many nights, he's been that guy in front of the net who gets banged around, popped around. The Avalanche score an empty net goal, and he gets nothing on the play. He gets a plus, maybe, but then now he gets a goal right here at the end, and got to feel awfully good for Everberg.
Mitchell gets the other assist. And time running out. Just 5 seconds left to go in this one. Boy, the Avalanche, they've just owned the Dallas Stars this season.
Yeah, even
they've come back on them, Peter, and they've taken leads and held it, like this one tonight.
Yeah, and so right now they're going to go to 4-0. Dallas does have one overtime or shootout point, but it has been a tremendous year.
So the Avalanche get the victory. Now at 57 points, they keep their hopes alive, and Alex Tanguay, he was tremendous tonight on Valentine's Day.
Mike, you know, we always talk about big wins. It's like every once in a while there's a must win, and I think this is about as close as the Avalanche have had. You know, maybe not quite in that with 27 games remaining coming into this game, but boy, oh boy, I can't imagine what the Avalanche would have been feeling like had they lost this one tonight, but they didn't, and they pull all of, you know, they ramp themselves up a little bit closer. We'll see where they are in the morning with that game still going on, Calgary and Vancouver.
Yeah, will they be 6 back or 8 back?
Yeah.
Come tomorrow morning. Well, the celebration continues for the Avalanche. Been a little while. The Avalanche have lost the last couple of games at home. Lost the last 4 games overall. And Varlamov, 24 saves in this game. Well, a couple of injuries during the game. It was great to see both Brad Stewart and Jan Hayden come back from those injuries and come back and play. All right, the Avalanche are filing off, so why don't we listen in. Here comes the announcement for tonight's 3 stars of the game, brought to you by Aspire Natural Sports Drink. Here's the announcement.
Time now to announce tonight's 3 stars of the game as selected by Mike Chambers of the Denver Post. Tonight's 3rd star from the Avalanche, number 45, Dennis Everberg. Tonight's 2nd star from the Avalanche, number 17, Brad Stewart. And tonight's 1st star of the game, from the Avalanche, number 55, Cody McLeod. And our number 1 star is standing by with Julie Brahman.
Cody, we talked this morning about how tonight was a must-win, and you guys played like it.
Yeah, the boys were flying out there tonight. We had to come in, get 2 points. Hopefully this is the start of something, and we'll keep her going. And we got a long way to go to get into the playoffs, but great win tonight. We got to keep her going.
You are so good at firing up your team and firing up this crowd, and you did it again tonight.
Yeah, you guys are awesome tonight, right from the first period. Nothing better. And listen, you guys cheer loud for us. So it was awesome, and we'll see you guys on Monday.
You guys are now 4-0 against this Dallas Stars team, a very good Dallas Stars team. In the past 3 matchups, you had to come from behind. This time, you scored first. Was that the big difference?
Yeah, I think we just wanted to come out and have a good first period. We got that first goal, and we never looked back. And they're a good team. We're battling with them for the playoffs, and we got to keep her going.
Thanks, Cody Mack.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
That's Cody McLeod. Back up to you.
All right, our final score tonight, the Avalanche beat the Dallas Stars 4-1, keeping their playoff hopes alive.
Please join us again on Monday night so the Avalanche hosts the Arizona Coyotes. We'll start our coverage at 6:30. Now let's get you back to the studio. It is time for the AutoNation Toyota Locker Room Report.